All right, guys, welcome back. I don't know exactly how this video is going to go. I just have doing a lot of thinking in the past day or so. Man, it's unbelievable how much this banning has. When I first heard about the banning, I was like, oh, guess better make a video about that, right? And my thinking on it was pretty simple. I don't think the answer is banning cards. That's like my opinion in the video is very much what my opinion is in all my banned videos, which is banning cards is not the answer. I was thinking, what if I was using my Jeweled Lotus to get my name as one out faster, right? This is why I don't like cards getting banned, guys. There's a handful of cards out there that need to be banned for obvious reasons. Again, I've made lots of videos about it, but other than that, it's literally what the format is. Literally, what the format is, and if some guy's assembling, like, it makes my head hurt thinking about this. We already have CEDH. Whenever the CEDH, you know, group, it's not a format, was created 10 years ago, let's say, we already got to that. We got to the point where, okay, everyone is playing these super powerful cards. Just think about the insane cards that are available in the Commander format, even with the banning. We already got people doing that. Okay, so let's push them into this other group. And then the rest of us, we already did that. So I don't like banning cards is not the answer. Like, this is so silly in my opinion. It doesn't accomplish anything, as I said on the Discord. All these people celebrating this, yeah, you're just gonna still get your ass. Someone can still demonic consultation Thassa's Oracle in a casual game at your LGS. If that's your problem, the bannings aren't gonna fix it. The problem is people. Okay, it's not cards. Banning cards is not going to solve this issue. It's the people you're playing with. Fix that issue. I've said it in many videos before. The people are the issue. Don't play with that guy. I really just don't understand people's mentality. I would love to know what's the situation is here. Oh, I go to my local LGS and I mean, could you imagine if this was anything else? If this was anything else, it's like, oh man, I keep going to this restaurant and the food's terrible and the service is terrible. Oh, guess I'll just keep going back. What? Like, if all you're going to do is complain about something, why are you doing it? You keep going to your LGS and all the games suck and you get pub stomped. Why are you going? Maybe there's a bigger issue here. Figure out something else. Oh, the solution is the rules committee needs to ban all the powerful cards so that I can have fun. Guys, that's not the answer. I'm really, the more I think about this, and again, I have none of these cards in any of my decks, but this is not the answer. It really is not at all. And I really don't understand a lot of people's mentality. And this banning is all bad. The more I've watched some more videos, I've responded to comments, and the more I think about it, the more I think how horrible this is. There is so many people out there that are pissed about this, and there's so many people out there that are celebrating this. How's that good for the format? How is it good for the format to have everyone this divided? Literally split the community in half. And on top of that, you have the incredibly nasty people, lots of people. Like, this is the part that really bothers me. I don't have any really expensive cards. I think maybe I have a $40 card. I don't have any expensive cards, but I'm an empathetic person and I feel bad for the people that lost money. I said it in the video. The people that they're celebrating the fact that there's individuals out there that lost thousands of dollars. Like, what the hell? And I'm starting to realize there's a bigger problem here, right? A big problem with this might be that, and again, this might end up just dividing the community more. I had one guy comment on a video. He loved this because, all those people that started playing Commander during COVID or joined Magic during COVID just to do the whole investing and all that. And I'm like, screw them. I'm like, what are you talking? Like, you think that all the people out there that have Mana Crypts and Jeweled Lotus are just the people who are trying to invest? What about the guy that cracked it open in a pack back in 1995? Like, what are you talking about, right? That's the thing here that people aren't seeing the big picture. What about the 14-year-old kid that cracked open a Jeweled Lotus in a pack, like you're supposed to? That's the game of Magic. The game of Magic is I buy packs and I crack them open and look what I got. Oh, I got a really expensive card. That's awesome. That's such a huge part of the game. And people are out there crapping on that person because how dare you crack open a Jeweled Lotus in a pack of cards? What? Like, what are you people even talking about? The more I think about this, the more it pisses me off. We're talking about fundamental parts of the game of Magic. Oh, how dare you play powerful cards or expensive cards? Again, I talked about it in my last banned video. And I get that comment all the time. Oh, no, the reason why Mana Crypt gets banned and not Sol Ring is because Sol Ring's only $2 and Mana Crypt is $200. Okay, so, and I responded to like 7 different people this way. Okay, so we're just going to ban expensive cards then? So let's just ban all the expensive cards. And guess what? There's a lot of people out there that are for that. A lot of people out there would be like, yeah, totally. Ban all the cards so that way I don't actually have to invest in the game. I've been doing this since the beginnings, okay? I talked about it in my video about how I became a deck builder, okay? I was poor as shit back in the day. I didn't have any money. And guess what I did? I worked around the problem, right? I say the same thing about stacks or any of these issues. You work around the problem. You don't like Dockside Extortionist? I have a video on hating on treasure tokens. Go watch it. That's what those videos are for. It's about solving that problem. Put Aya Singularity in your deck. Put March of the Machine in your deck. Put Collector Ophi, Stony Silence, all that stuff. Do that. There's a solution to all these problems, right? You don't like your opponent putting whatever powerful land, start putting gold. If I had a play group, right? This is the way I think about it. If I had a play group where all the guys in the play group, and again, a lot of people say, oh, I have no other option. Let's go to that scenario. I have no other option. I live in a small town. It's just me and 3 other guys. It's either I play with them or I do nothing. Okay, fine. And they all play Gaia's Cradles in their deck. Okay. So start putting Ghost Quarter, Strip Mine, Wasteland, and Tectonic. That's what I would do. My solution, put tons of land hate in all my decks. What are they going to do? Complain about it? Right? Oh, they all play Dockside Extortionist and Mana Crypt. Okay, I'm putting Collector Ophi and Stony Silence in all my decks. There's a solution to every problem. That's the great thing about Magic. The great thing about Magic is literally every issue has a solution. Don't like Force of Will or Fierce Guardianship? Any of those cards that say you can't cast spells for free, there's a bunch of those. Put those in your decks. Void Mirror, right? There's a solution to every problem. You people need to stop complaining. And now I don't even know who I'm talking to anymore, but whoever the people are that just want every card banned that you find problematic, you're not playing Magic anymore. I don't know what you're playing. There's a solution to every problem. I used to have no money, okay? And when I first started playing Magic, I literally played against the Tolarian Academy deck, one of the most powerful decks ever assembled. I played against the original Stacks deck. I talk about it in my deck building video. The original Stacks deck was Smokestack. I played against that in a tournament. I didn't win, but we went to a draw. I got a draw out of it by putting together a really half-assed assembled 4-color control deck where I couldn't afford to get all the cards I wanted for the deck. I wanted 4 Wrath of God, couldn't afford them because that was a really expensive card back then. I only had 2, I think. Right? But I made it happen. I worked around the problem. A lot of people complaining about, oh, I don't like this card because it causes problems. Work around the problem. What's like, again, if I'm playing Collector Ophi, wow, your Mana Crypt is now just dealing you 3 damage all the time and that's it. It's just sitting there. There are solutions to all these problems. That's literally what the game is. Name me a card and I will find a solution for it. I promise you, probably a half a dozen solutions for it. Any card that you find problematic, I'll find a solution for it. Maybe people are just getting lazy in their deck building. Maybe people are just like, hey, somebody else fix my problems for me. Instead of me figuring out a solution to this issue, whether it be through deck building or through conversation, which is another big part of it. Somebody else, hey, ban all these cards so I don't have to do any work. That's how I see it. Again, I'm totally fine with these cards being banned. I'm not playing any of them. The mentality people have is what's bothering me. It's really bothering me a lot, actually. And just expecting any card that you don't like to get banned is a ridiculous mentality to have. Absolutely ridiculous. The other thing really bothering me here is the amount of people saying that, oh, Rule Zero doesn't work. Well, and because I said, oh, this is a self-regulating format, Rule Zero. And people are like, oh, Rule Zero doesn't work. Okay, stop playing Commander then. That's literally the format. It is a casual kitchen table Magic. Do you guys not see the irony in saying, Oh, casual format, but we need an official ban list. How big should that list be? Right? And again, all the people who are celebrating this, don't stop now. Keep going. Ban more cards and more cards and more cards, right? And of course, none of those people want Sol Ring banned because they have a Sol Ring. So that's okay. As long as they have the cards, right? I love how selfish and biased people are in their opinions. They don't even care necessarily about what's good for the format. They just care that it makes their life a little easier. I think that's another thing that really bothers me a whole lot. But the big thing is here is if Rule Zero doesn't work, the format doesn't work. It's kitchen table magic, right? What's kitchen table magic? I'm sitting down at a table with a couple of my buddies and we're playing Magic. That's how kitchen table magic works, and that's how the Commander format is supposed to work. The more I think about it, the more I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Oh, guys play Dockside Extortionist in all the games, and then they combo off and win. So start putting stuff in your deck that solves that problem. Like, how hard is that? How hard is that? Start putting Torpor Orbs in all your decks. Shuts off the Dockside Extortionist. Doesn't do anything. Start putting Stifle in all your decks. Like, you guys just don't play answers. Put more answers in your deck. That's my advice to people. Start putting Stifle, Torpor Orb, all thas's things. Again, Thassa's Oracle. There you go. Torpor Orb shuts off both Thassa's Oracle and Dockside Extortionist. If you got a problem with those cards, there's the solution, right? And again, if I had regardless of what the situation is, okay, if you have a regular play group where this thing is happening all the time, right? My play group, they all play super powerful cards. Okay, so stop playing with them. I have lots of patrons that, they just stop playing with those people. Great, that's a solution. There's a solution to every problem. The solution is you just don't play with those people anymore. If you're not having fun, then why are you doing it, right? So you stop playing with them and you come to my Discord and problem solved, as a lot of my patrons have done, right? Or the situation is what I would likely do. I mean, well, there's two other solutions. The other solution is just go play with a different group, right? Or if there's that one guy who likes to show up with his super powerful deck, and I mean, this is what I would do, guys. We got 3 people sitting here, and dude who always plays the deck that stomps everybody, or he plays the Tergrid deck, or whatever deck you don't like playing against. He's like, hey man, can I join in? And I'm like, nah, we're good. We're gonna have a 3-man game here. Sorry. Maybe he'll get the hint, right? Just don't play with that person. If they're not doing things you don't like, then don't play with them. I don't know. Are you just going to sit back and keep not enjoying games until the RC bans Tergrid? That's your solution? I'm just going to sit back here and be miserable until the RC bans the cards that whatever this guy's playing, right? He's just going to move on to the next thing. This is a people problem, not a card problem. Again, just like the guy I played with the Tolarian Academy deck, guess what? When those cards got banned, he just moved on to the Smokestack deck. He just moved on to the next powerful thing. So I don't rely on bannings to solve your problems, okay? If there's a nasty guy at your LGS or a bunch of them, banning cards is not going to solve the problem. How many cards would we need to ban? Rule Zero needs to work. If it doesn't, I commented to a couple people and said that. If Rule Zero doesn't work, then you would have to ban 1,000 cards to keep the format casual, or what most people would think is casual. Like, where does it stop, guys? How many people don't like tutors in the Commander format, right? Let's start with that. How many people don't like tutors in the Commander format? Lots of people. And again, I don't really play them much, but as I talked about in my tutoring video, kind of enables a lot of janky strategies. A lot of people would love to see Vampiric Tutor banned, but a lot of people are out there using Vampiric Tutor to tutor for whatever their janky combo is. So then now that person can't play their deck. Again, just like me playing my A Name Is One, I could have used Jeweled Lotus to get it out faster. It's a 12-mana commander. Now I'm screwed. My janky casual deck, I'm screwed because I can't play Jeweled Lotus anymore. What if they ban Cabal Coffers? That's very integral to that deck. I would probably have to take the deck apart. But Cabal Coffers needs to get banned because this guy at my local LGS just gets it out every game and then kills us all with Torment of Hellfire. That guy is the problem. Not me. Not the card. That guy is the problem, all right? People are the problem here, not cards. That's the problem that you need to find a solution for. The problem is the people. You are blaming cards on people problems. And I think that's the big overarching topic here. If Rule Zero isn't working for you, whether it be playing online or at your LGS or whatever, again, there's In my opinion, two solutions. If this was me, again, I built a community online on my Discord to solve these issues. If Rule Zero is not doable for you, then I mean that's such an integral part of the Commander format that it is the only other solution is just find an actual physical card solution, right? The first solution for casual Commander is Rule Zero, is the discussion, power level discussion. I mean, you guys people are just wiping out so much of what is integral to the Commander format. YouTubers talk about it all the time. The power level discussion, Rule Zero, all of this stuff that is so integral to the Commander format. The people that comment on these videos, to me, just seem like that. Let's just get rid of all that. So you don't want any of that. You don't want any discussion, power level. You don't want any of that because that's kind of important for the Commander format, isn't it? Even with really powerful, really expensive cards banned, you can still have a guy with a power level 8 deck and a guy with a power level 3 deck. So we're not having a power level discussion here at all. All this stuff is integral to the format. But even if, let's pretend it's not. Let's pretend you can't do that for whatever reason. I mean, I guess if you're playing online, it's tough to do those things. It is still possible to do those things, to have a conversation with someone before you play with them online, certainly. But if that's not the answer, then the answer is put solutions in your decks. This is what I did. And again, for all those that don't know, I played Commander exclusively online for probably the first 3 or 4 years that I was playing the format. I only played online. So I'm very familiar with that scenario too. And guess what? Removal wins games. That's where I came up with that, because I was playing against all these super powerful cards all the time. And I was like, what am I going to do? I can complain all I want. I did that a lot. I did a lot of complaining. What am I going to do? Write a letter to the RC? And, I played against Muldrotha, Gishath, Golos every single game. I was getting stomped. What am I going to do? Just tell them to ban those cards? That's the solution. Let's get the RC to ban the cards I don't like, right? No, that's not the solution. The solution is I came up with my own solutions by putting cards in my decks to deal with that situation. We have 27,000 cards or whatever to choose from here, guys. Part of what makes that work is I can go find solutions to these issues that I am dealing with. And that's what I did. No matter how powerful someone's commander is, a swords will likely get rid of it. I mean, when I first started playing Commander, it was very regular. You don't see it hardly at all anymore. It was very regular to see a Praetor in the command zone, Vorinclex or Jin Cataxius or Shieldred or one of them, all the time, or Elishnor. I would see it all the time. People did it a lot. Nasty commanders in the command zone, just removal. There you go. And I it's not always the solution, but it is a solution, right? And nobody is going to complain about you doing nasty things. I mean, at least they shouldn't if they're already doing nasty things as well. So if I pay a Torpor Orb because I don't want my opponent going off with his Dockside Extortionist or winning with a Thassa's Oracle, how is he possibly, he can complain if he wants, but I'm literally just reacting to what you're doing, right? So the number one solution here is the Rule Zero, power level discussion, all that, which is super integral to the format. We can't get rid of it. It's a necessity for casual Commander or casual Magic, period. That discussion was very integral to Magic for a long, long time before, we had all these formats and ban lists and all that. And that's sort of the spirit of this format, is that pregame discussion and sort of figuring out and finding the people to play with that you want to play with. And if that doesn't exist, this format's really in trouble. There's always a solution. There's always a solution to every issue. Any issue you could possibly be having in a Commander game, there's likely a pretty good solution that you can find in Magic card form that you can put in your deck. I mean, this is literally what I did when I played CEDH. I played CEDH for a little while, and my Klothys CEDH deck was essentially like that deck, funny enough, would be terrible in a casual game. If I played in a casual game, I wouldn't stand a chance. The reason why is because I specifically designed that deck to hate on CEDH decks. I just looked at what all the CEDH decks were doing and how they were winning, and I just built the deck to go against that. And I did fairly well with it as well, right? So that's how I do it. When I see, if I'm in some play group and everyone's playing Gaia's Cradle or everyone's playing Mana Crypt or whatever, I'm just going to find solutions to that issue. Meltdown. right? Meltdown, 1 mana. So all the guys in my play group, first turn, mana crypt, mana crypt, mana crypt, 1 red mana, Meltdown, destroy all their mana crypts. Okay, there's solutions to all these problems, guys. Banning cards is not the solution, and that's the issue here. There's a lot of issues here. I think that this is not good for the format. I don't think it's good for the game of Magic, the community, all of that. I've seen comments of guys just quitting Magic. I've seen guys quitting Commander because of this. Like I said I pinned the comment to the last video about what cards are safe to buy now, right? For all the people celebrating, oh, all these expensive cards that I can't afford are banned. Great. For all you people celebrating that and reveling in the fact that people have lost hundreds or thousands of dollars, what cards are you going to buy, right? What cards are you going to buy now? I commented on that video. Don't run out and buy a Guy's Cradle. Maybe it'll get banned, right? Don't buy a One Ring. I don't know how expensive that is right now, but it's kind of expensive. Could get banned. Don't buy any, I'm being dead serious here. Don't buy any powerful Commander staple that's relatively expensive, because you might be flushing your money down the toilet, right? So is that good? Is that good for the game? Is that good for the format to have people with that mentality? I don't think it is. This is easily more bad than good. This is, in my opinion, almost all bad. There's a few people out there that are going to celebrate this because the one guy at their LGS who has a Mana Crypt and a Dockside Extortionist and a Jeweled Lotus pub stomps them all the time. Wow, that's an incredibly selfish decision on your part, right? It's good for you, so let's celebrate it, right? There's not enough people thinking about the bigger picture here. The bigger picture is I think it's bad overall. And the other thing is, what's next, right? Now what? When's the next time they're going to ban like 4 cards all at once that are likely Commander staples, right? And at what point, and what you're going to see is what you always see. Everyone's going to celebrate it until it hits the card that they have or the card that they like. Then they're going to complain about it, right? Everyone complains about the RC and why is Primeval Titan banned? Why is Braids banned? Why is this card? It's a stupid, arbitrary list, until they ban cards that they like. And then all of a sudden, oh, yay, the RC did something. Then all of a sudden they're huge fans, right? I saw another comment where some guy said, how come Thoracle isn't banned, but Biorhythm is? Yeah, like, huh? What? Ban list makes no sense at all. The big thing here, though, is I don't like how divided I mean, not only are you having people just straight up quitting Magic and quitting Commander, likely there's a whole bunch of people out there that will never buy cards again because they don't want to risk it. They don't want to risk buying a really good Commander card for their deck just to have it get banned and then have a bunch of trolls online say, good, I'm glad it's banned. Too bad you lost your money. Like, imagine having the mentality of, I spend my hard-earned money on whatever I want, and then I have some guy online celebrating the fact that I lost money. It's my money. I'll spend it how I like. Like, what is this? Anyway, I don't want to get too off topic. The big thing here is that this is, I think, ultimately going to be a bad thing for the community. We're having people quitting. We're having people not buying Magic cards anymore. And worst of all, it has divided everyone down the middle. If you go watch the comments of my video, it's pretty much half and half. Just, I love this ban. You're an idiot. This opinion is terrible. How dare you? How dare you not be okay with this ban, right? How dare you have an opinion that isn't mine? And then the other people that think this banning is a horrible decision. So that's the worst part. Don't love it. Don't love it at all.